Well, good morning. It's just after 9 a.m. The sun is up again, as you can see, and as you can hear and probably see as well, I'm right on the beach again, which is just awesome. I camped just about over here last night, so I was only about 10 meters from the water, and I just love camping on the beach because I don't know, I just love being near the water. And I find the sound so relaxing. So I was just listening to the ocean waves hitting the shore as I was falling asleep last night, and I had my tent fly open so I could see the stars as I was sleeping. And then this morning, as the sun was coming up over the horizon, I could see the sun rising from my bed, which was awesome as well. And yeah, I feel like today is the first day in a while that I've started with a clean slate because I was able to fix my sleeping mat yesterday when I arrived here at this little spot on the beach, because I remembered that I had these little patches that you can use for repairing your tyres if your tyres get holes in them. So I wasn't sure if that would work because they're mainly for gluing on rubber, and the sleeping mat's made out of like a canvas kind of material, but I used some rubber glue and one of those patches, and it seems to have held up because when I woke up this morning the mat was still inflated. So feeling pretty good about that, because that was it's not great sleeping on the ground every night without a sleeping mat. And my tires are still inflated as well, so didn't have to worry about that. So it seems like everything is kind of working this morning, which is really good. So I just had breakfast here on the beach, which has been really nice. I've got a little quite a big dog, which is just over there like sniffing around, which has been hanging out with me this morning, which has been really nice. They were a bit scared at first. They were barking at me a little bit, but then once they saw I was friendly, they were nice and friendly as well. So good to have a little companion for breakfast, along with Cam. And yesterday was a nice day, but kind of a boring one. There was the route that I've picked has been mostly pretty flat, and a lot of riding on the highway, because that's kind of the closest road to the beach, it seems. So in a lot of cases I've been on the highway, or I've been kind of ducking off onto side streets, which have been fairly uninteresting. There was a section early in the morning where I went through like a small coastal town, and it went from very flat to like very, very hilly, and there was like multiple probably 20% gradient hills, just like really short, sharp ones, which kind of took all the wind out of me. And there was like construction workers working on their houses, and I'm sure they were wondering what the hell is this guy doing. And quite a lot of gravel road as well. I said that I was going to try and stick to the roads to try and minimize my punctures, but it was pretty unavoidable that I ended up on gravel roads again, because it was either that or the highway. So I did take some more off-road routes again, but there wasn't any little prickly plants around that I could see that would cause any issues. So thankfully I didn't have any punctures yesterday, so that's the first day. Well, that's a one day streak I'm on now, so let's see how I go today, fingers crossed. But yesterday was a bit of a quest to find some Wi-Fi, I guess, because I stopped at a supermarket after that town with all the hills, got a heap of supplies, which was really good, because I've been finding that the supermarkets here are fairly limited in what they have to offer, and was able to find a bunch of pre-packed salads and stuff in little sachets that I can have for the next couple of days, which are really good. And anyway, I tried to get Wi-Fi at the supermarket, but either it wasn't available or the clerk didn't want to give it to me. I'm not sure. I could see it on my phone that it was there. But anyway, I went to the next town and sat down to have a coffee at a cafe, and then I asked for Wi-Fi there, and they said no, they don't have Wi-Fi either. And so I ended up having some lunch on the beach, which is really nice, and enjoyed a few moments just looking over the water. And then continued on in the afternoon, and at this point I'd had a full can of Mother energy drink, 500 mils of that. I'd had a coffee, Turkish coffee at that cafe I sat down at trying to get Wi-Fi, and then I ended up sitting down at another cafe because I was sure that they had Wi-Fi and I needed to check if anyone from Warm Showers had responded to me, giving me somewhere to sleep. And I tried to order just a tea because I'd already had way too much caffeine, so I just tried to order a tea so I could use the Wi-Fi, and they didn't understand what I was trying to say, and they didn't speak a word of English. And so in the end I just said, all right, espresso. So they got me an espresso, and then that was way too much coffee. I was just buzzing. I could feel my brain bouncing around in my head for the rest of the day after having that, because that was probably about triple my regular dosage of caffeine. And anyway, I was able to get on the Wi-Fi, and there was a few messages from Warm Showers, but nothing to give me anywhere to sleep last night. Anyway, so I kept going, and that's when it was mainly more riding on the highway, which was not particularly exciting. Started listening to more of the History and Rock and Roll podcast, which has been really interesting. The last couple of days I've been learning about Stevie Wonder and the Kinks, and yesterday I started an episode about the Velvet Underground, talking a lot about Andy Warhol and Lou Reed and the various other influences on that band. So that's been really interesting. That's a 3.5 hour episode, so it's a bit of a epic. So I'm looking forward to listening to more of that today. And then again, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, where I was going to sleep, but I took a bit of a gamble and rode down this side road here, because there were some signs pointing to some campsites, and I was thinking, well, I can either just pay to stay at the campsite, or if the campsite's closed, then I can just camp at the campsite anyway. And I came down here, and there's 2 campsites, but they're both closed, so I just camped next to them, and got this amazing spot, and there's been no one here to bother me, so it's been really cool, except for my little furry friend over there. What else to say? Not much really. I think that's about it. So I'll end this video here, and see what happens today. Bye.